DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Hello, how you doing out there? All right.
Hey, LA.
DreamWeavers StarTrax and my old stomping grounds out here in Hollywood and Vine. We're having fun with WCOBM, and we have a most amazing actor who is so cool on the inside and outside. Even though you may have been scared of him before, you're going to love this. And that is Mr. ConnorWeil.
Hello, hello. Good to see y'all.
Also hosted by the most lovely Corinne Zai.
I paid him to say that, just saying, you know. Cause,
I can use a nickel for a lot.
Yeah, listen, I won't make dinner if he doesn't say that beautiful stuff about me. So,
Gorgeous.
Ren and I are DreamWeavers StarTrax, and we are coaches. I am a voice teacher, singing teacher. My husband Ren is an acting coach, filmmaker, and all kinds of cool stuff. And Mr. ConnorWeil is this client of DreamWeavers. So we're going to talk a little bit about his history and how he got to become so successful. And let me just run down real quick. He's Will Belmont on MTV Scream. I can't talk, people. And he was in Sharknado. And he's on Days of Our Lives, and you guys have tomorrow to watch him. He was on the 50th anniversary, 1 p.m. tomorrow, L.A. Watch him on Days of Our Lives, and he's a bad boy.
Watch out.
Yeah. And who's your character on screen?
On screen, Will Belmont.
Will Belmont.
Will
Belmont.
That's right.
So cute. So
may
bad.
he rest in peace. Yes.
Yes, so bad.
It was beautifully killed off, and towards the end of season 1, got cut in half by a huge chainsaw on the back end of a construction vehicle.
Gross.
And having
Impressive
headaches.
reincarnation. Look how good you
Yeah,
look after
man.
that, man.
Freaked me out when I saw it. Let me tell you, I was like, no! My baby! So we'd like to talk to you a little bit about your history, because DreamWeavers run on imagination, changing the world one artist, one story at a time. And Mr. Connor has been doing an amazing job
Yes,
of
he
that.
has.
And he's going to tell you a little bit about his history. When did you become interested in becoming an actor?
This thing. So I did my first theater play when I was 10 years old in Portland, Oregon, where I'm from. And right from there, I knew that was what I wanted to do.
Wow.
And I just knew that whatever it took, I was going to do it from there. And it was a little early, I think, 10 years old. A lot of people don't find out till later in their life, but I fell in love with it. I said, I caught the bug. That's always what I said. I caught the bug.
Yeah.
I can't stop. So from there, I just went on and did musical after musical after musical till I was 15, and then made the move from Portland to Los Angeles. 16. That's where everything is, and began my journey here. And it's such a pleasure to be here. It really is.
And that's when we met. When you were 16.
16
Right.
is when I got introduced to the lovely Corinne Zai and her husband Ren. I was doing one of my first series in Las Vegas.
So cool.
And we happened to get to know each other.
Yes, we did.
And she was my vocal coach, and he was my acting coach. And we just went from there. It was a great
And
beginning.
And
fabulous.
what he was doing, for you music collegists out there, he was doing the Jada Grace show in Las Vegas, and that's Berry Gordy's, a Motown's granddaughter. So
known
just
fact.
wanted to give a little Motown
And-
shout out there.
Shout out.
And you'll see on the second take, when we go into the music, listen to this boy sing.
Connor can sing.
He
Appreciate
can
it.
sing,
Thank
and
you
he's
to these
funny.
folks.
You'll see why.
So Connor, his story's so amazing. So he did the Jada Grace show, and then he went. You were living in LA
Correct.
at the time.
Yep.
And where did you go from there?
So from there, when you get back, it's always let's find the next job. So you start
Always looking for the next
Always
job.
looking for the next job. That's why I always tell people, if you want to be an actor, try something else. And if your response is still no, I want to be an actor, then you've passed the first test.
Hey.
Always what I say. That's
Never-
always what I say.
I'm stealing that one, man.
Yeah, it's all
That
yours.
right
Take it.
off. Thank you.
Because then you hit the streets, you go for it, you go find the next job, and from there I did some Disney Channel work. Liv and Maddie being my most favorite one to
That's
do.
some clever stuff.
You'll see a little little bit of that a little bit later in the segment.
Oh, God, it's so
Take
funny.
3, yeah. Take 3, we got that.
Thank you. And from the, kind of keep getting better. You always got to keep getting better, and that's what I kept trying to do. And then I got this amazing opportunity to be on MTV's Scream most recently, and it's really is an accumulation of everything that you've been working towards from the beginning. It's all the lessons you've taken, all the patience you've had, all the breathing and calming you can do for yourself to keep sane.
Well, and he's so humble. I mean, the thing about Connor
really
is, and the pleasure of working with him as coach, is that he is always open to grow. Now, I don't know how you can improve on perfection, just saying, but the dude is amazing.
We're comedians here too.
Yeah.
And humble. And we'll get into this later, but you know what? You can be incredibly successful in this field, and you peeps out there that actually want to do this for a living, listen, this is real important. If you have a great career and a sucky life, it ain't no good. He's an incredible human being inside, and he always plays bad boys.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, funny. Yeah, I mean, they are interesting,
like
and the one things you'll be learning about through Connor is remember the bad boy parts on camera. The guy that everybody wants to hang out with is off camera, because everybody's working hard, and that personality trait off camera is a big one to your career.
Huge. Thank you. It's huge. So Connor, what process did you go through to get where you are? Come on, you're 22 years old. You have Sharknado, please, people. Sharknado, another one in the abdomen, cutting him in half. I don't know. It's scaring me.
Always dying.
Always dying. Scream, Victorious, Ant Farm, Live and Maddie, Days of Our Life. Come on. Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of success for a 22-year-old.
Thank you.
Just saying.
So
what process did you go to make that happen?
The main process I can say really is and the whole thing, it all comes so fast and crazy, is you just got to keep reinventing, and you just got to keep your focus where it's supposed to be. No opportunity is a dumb one. No opportunity is a bad one. You're always available, really always ready to go. With Victorious, I went to the audition at like noon on a Tuesday, for example. Found out Tuesday night I had to be on set on Wednesday. And it's like, it's so fast, and it comes at the most inopportune, crazy last minute times. You just, as long as you're ready and you're open to it, like things tend to come. And then, of course, the main one to say is you just got to stick with it. Always, for me, when I'm about ready to walk away, something kicks up. So you just got to stick with it. You got to stick with it. That's the main thing I want to say.
So it's like learning how to surf on a tsunami. You really got to stay aware, and you may not know what's coming, but
never do.
You got no choice. Might as well get good at this.
Ride that wave. That's it. Just might as well. That's it.
I have the last man standing theory.
Okay.
It's like, you're going in, you're auditioning, all kinds of stuff's going on. They see all these new faces. Other people give up. Oh, God, I'm starving to death. Well, guess what? This business. Thank you. So, and then they just get picked off one at a time, and then you're still there. And casting director, or the agent, or the director, or the producer goes, he's really good. Why haven't I used him before?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm still doing that. I've been in Los Angeles for about 6.5 years now. The stereotype is that it takes about 5 years to get something going, which a lot of people are going, 5 years? That's a long time. Well,
not really.
It's not compared to a lot. These people have been doing it their whole lives, and they're very blessed.
50
It's always a process, So you take the time. You either go to school, you make this your school. I personally didn't go to college. I made the LA teachers and mentors my college.
Experiential college is smart.
Right.
That's it. And you out survive everybody. You keep it.
And there it is. That is just.
And how did you get cast for Scream?
I'll make this story short because I see we're running out of time. I auditioned for the part, and this is an example of how crazy it is.
Yeah.
I auditioned for Will Belmont.
Listen to this, y'all.
And I went through the callback. I tested for it. They said I didn't get the part. They said they needed to go with a different race, different ethnicity. There was something. I was like, great, that's awesome. Go for it. And so didn't think about it. 3 weeks later, I get the call. They haven't found the guy. Your name came up. Okay. Found out that Bob Weinstein himself shoveled through my tape and found it and be like, that's Will Belmont. Everyone was like, well, you saw that like 3 weeks ago. I don't care. This is him. And then I got the part 3 weeks later.
What?
You never know. You never know.
Don't give up hope. Just keep rocking it.
That's right.
Just keep rocking it.
Well, we're going to get ready here in just a few moments. We're going to come back and we're going to listen to this young man. And there's another part of him you get to hear this. Some of you may not got to see on TV, and that's his musical side. Oh my God. And with Miss Corinne, it's going to be a lot of fun. So, and part of it is there. And I remember when I used to come to Actor Fest every year here, and people go, "What do you want to see?" I said, "I just want to meet the casting directors. That's all." And I only had one. I repeated the question every year to every casting director. What are you looking for? And over again, I heard what you do, and I've watched you do it as soon as you walk in. They're looking for someone who is the part from the moment they walk in that door to the moment they leave, not coming in, becoming someone different. All right. Catch you on the flip side.
Our producer just gave it.
When they don't fix bullet holes, you say sorry just for show. If you live like that, you live with ghosts.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at @ConnorWeil. That's ConnorWeil, and on Instagram at the same username.
Awesome.
Connor
Thank
Weil.
you so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Thank you,
guys.
ladies.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay tuned. We're going to be wrapping up in a little bit with Goodnight Comic-Con. Tell you what's coming up tomorrow. So we will see you soon. Thanks, guys.
Well, I left home just the week before. Never ever kissed a woman before. Lola smiled and took me by the hand and said, "Dear boy, I'm gonna make you a man."
Hey everybody, how you doing? We are DreamWeavers StarTrax. Yeah, I was making faces right before he came on camera. I was going "Grr," just because
Having too much fun over here.
That's how I roll. Okay, we're here with Connor Weil, Sharknado, MTV's Scream, Victorious, Ant Farm, Living Maddie, and he's my dude. I love this dude.
You're my chick. Sorry, man.
Oh, sure, he don't care. He don't care. So Connor, you heard, sings his. No, he don't sing. Kind of sang. He don't play. Okay, and I've been privileged to work with him since what, you were 16, I think.
16. Yeah, it's been a good 5-6 years that we've been working together.
Like
yeah.
And it's real funny because we work live for a couple of lessons. He came to Vegas, which is where we're from, people, just saying. And then we did everything else on Skype.
That was it. I always try to get around her. I would always try to cheat, but she can hear everything. She hears all. No, it's it's so good that makes sure when you're learning with your voice that you have a coach there watching you, because you try to cheat all the time. I do it all the time. You try to hit that high note and you don't sing it right. You got to have somebody there to tell you how to do it, and that was
so
us.
Sweet. Well, I teach all the time. Like tomorrow, I'm teaching from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Gotta work.
You can scrape me up. Scrape me up when I'm done. Working with Connor, it's just a pleasure because he is an empty cup. He's always willing to grow, always willing to try stuff, and that as coach is one of the most important things you could have in a student, and that's why he's so successful. A lot of people can sing or act, but to be able to act and sing together is huge.
Yeah, very important these days.
Real important. So you've sung in all different kinds of venues, right? Because you started out in theater and you've recorded and you've sung live. I know we've done a couple shows together. So what's the difference in those different environments?
It's a great question. Believe it or not, singing is different everywhere you go. Obviously, by different genres of songs. Right. But live/theater is very much what we call open. What you talk about? It's very lots of vibrato, lots of very, very, I don't want to say loud, but I want to say powerful because you're trying to reach everybody in the back row.
It's a big, fat, open sound. Mixed belt.
Mixed belt. That's the word I'm looking
saying.
for. Meanwhile, when you're in the studio, you really get a lot of freedom. If you need a certain sound, you can be as quiet, as loud, as ugly, as cool, as smoky, as raspy, however you want to call it.
Face.
Yeah. So I've done my stank face in the studio a lot of times to get that sound out. It's good. It's good to be able to do them all and have the different styles because based on what character you're playing, based on what kind of song it is, you got to be able to sing with them.
That is so cool, and we're going to talk about that point in a minute because this is really important for you guys wanting to go out there and audition.
Yeah.
But I want to touch on this because Connor take it like he does with everything one step further. He doesn't just sing; he's also a musician, and he plays ukulele, guitar. and ukulele's smaller, so you take that to some auditions with you, right?
I do, and that's an interesting thing we'll talk about later too, is about sticking out. And I always take the ukulele because you want to be the contrast. You want
Right.
to. Everybody brings in a guitar. Every good-looking young guy or girl brings in a guitar, and you bring in a ukulele. It's different.
They're like,
That's
say what?
That's the reason. They always think it's a violin. Did you play violin? I say, I wish. It's
It's
ukulele.
It's like, well, see, I could take a ukulele into the audition, and they think it was a guitar. 'Cause I'm so short.
Well,
I'm sitting
you
on
own
my
it.
feet, people. I will own
Own
it.
it.
I ain't playing. I'm sitting on my feet because if I don't, I'm gonna be like this because they're really short. Well, enough about me. No, it's always about me. Just
not.
joking.
It's all about our students.
So, how important is it to prepare for a singing part in an audition? And sometimes you don't even know you're gonna have to sing, right?
That's 2 points in one.
Man.
Preparation is 100%. I mean, success is when preparation meets opportunity. That's what I've lived by, is when you're prepared, the opportunity comes, that's when success happens. So prep means, like, not only do you know your song, but you know where you're going to breathe. You know what emotions you're trying to emit. You know who you're looking at. You know everything about it. You know, because I'll tell you, if you're going into audition for a play, you can maybe drop a word or two when you're reading the scene because the character could do that.
Right.
When you're singing a song, you can't drop a line.
No.
Drop a lyric. I know you all watch American Idol. You drop a lyric, and the song's over. You know?
Busted.
So just
Next.
be prepared with the song. Be prepared.
That's right.
And then the second point we were going to make, what was the second part you said in that?
What is the difference when you're auditioning? Because certain auditions you can do
Yes.
an instrument. Some
It's
people.
good. And then, what you're asking, pick a song that's pandering to the audition. And then with a further point of that, always have a song ready to go for your audition. Pick a song that's pretty contemporary. For me, it's I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. We all love that song. Everybody loves that song, which is why I picked it. And then whenever somebody goes, do you have a song today? You're not sitting there like a deer in the headlights. You're like, yeah, what key? Or,
That's right.
But you're ready to go. It's always prepared. And then I use Jason Mraz because it's contemporary, it's calm, it's cool, it fits with a lot of characters. But I'll mix it up. If the character's more aggressive, we do a different song.
And you always have a couple songs in your back pocket,
Always,
just in case.
2 or 3 even, if you want to be even
my-
a little next level.
It's my dude.
Woo!
Well, let me ask you this one too. I'm gonna ask him a lot of questions. So, how important is vocal health?
Extremely important.
I know the answer to this.
And I know this one. Yeah, she knows. But I'm going to tell you some funny stories of me, because there's been many auditions where I know I have a singing audition, but the night before I've gone out and screamed, whether it's a concert, whether it's you're hanging with your friends, whether you're just laughing. And my vocal teacher is loving this one, because you show up the next day and you're so raspy you can't even sing. And then she gets a call from me 20 minutes before I go in going, I can't sing. And then we go from there. No, it's, especially when you have something, but just always be keeping track of your voice.
Yeah.
Even as an actor, they don't talk about that very much. You need to have your voice for either different parts. You got to be able to
So
speak.
huge important.
That's what we do. Keep your voice clean. Keep your voice strong. Keep it rested.
And stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
Drink some water. Just do it.
Lots of water, because even for speaking audition, if your voice is gone, you can't do with the character what you want to
That's
do.
it.
Right?
It's
So
all the same technique.
vocal health, people. So let's talk about accents.
Ooh.
Because you'll see in the next, I think it's in the next media, you'll see him doing an Amish.
Oh, you saw the Amish? Yes. So it's a Pennsylvanian Dutch Amish accent, which is
What?
weird and specific. But,
Yeah.
accents are very important to acting, obviously. These days, the main one is British citizens trying to learn an American accent
Right.
to play the parts,
And they do it all the time.
They do it all the time. So I'm working on my British accent to try and reverse the thing.
Okay, ladies, he's so cute. Can you imagine him with a British accent? Oh my God!
Stop it. But no, accents are really important. And if I can just give a shout out, I actually have an accent coach in Los Angeles. If you're in LA, PJ Auckland, and I believe his company is called like the Accent Coach, or something like that. The Accent Coach. PJ Auckland is his name, and he does all the accent work. Anything specific, because roles are very specific. It's not just British. It's South London. It's not just
Right.
Boston. It's Brav and Bostonian. What does that mean? You got to do your research. So research and accents is what's going to get you those parts.
That is so cool. And he might teach on Skype. So real
Yeah.
quick, what do you want to do with your singing?
Singing, man, I want to take it to the next level too. Most currently I would love like a Broadway stage thing. I think that's my next
I'm
next
gonna
goal.
pick up the phone and call some of my peeps in New York.
Oh, thank you.
So if you're watching,
That's it. You always want to go to the next level, and if it's Broadway, if it's a film, if it's a TV show, you just got to keep it open. So, thank you.
I love it. Well, ConnorWeil. Oh yeah, you got to tune back in the next segment. He's gonna be talking to Ren about his acting and film roles and filmmaking and all the fun stuff. So don't go anywhere. Hang in there, and we'll be back in segment 4, and that's when you guys can chat in live at WCOBM.com LA, Los Angeles, or text 702-324-6065 questions, because it's going to be all about you.
Also at @ConnorWeil on Twitter. I'll be looking at your tweets as well, try to answer some questions too.
Bye.
He said that we Amish stick up our noses at the sacrifices of others. I had no idea what he meant. But then he said that we're weak because we don't believe in picking up the sword. He said that he had a son that died in the war so that we Amish could have our freedom. That you were involved with killing Sarah?
Why? What have you heard?
Just that Jade said that you did it, not her.
What's it to you?
Nothing. I just think it'd be kind of cool to go to the dance with someone who it's all over the news.
Someone wants to say hey.
Hey!
Miller, I dig you, but I'm not saying hey to your skateboard.
That's cool. I don't want you talking to other dudes.
How'd it go with him? Did it work? She's here. That's all that matters.
Well, I don't want to have a fight.
Good. It's me neither.
I don't have an ukulele on my audition. Can I use this?
Always have a harmonica in your pocket.
Always have a harmonica.
That's the one.
All right, welcome back, ConnorWeil. For those who, and if you don't understand what that means, you got to go back and see take 2 later.
There it is.
Connor, along with being everything else, as we heard earlier, was singing. He's done so much acting, and one of the things about acting that I love so much is the world gets to disappear from their 9 to 5s, and that's our job, and it's kind of fun. On some of the stuff, like we're watching the one I like. You everything from the contrast of Disney where you're doing Liv and Maddie,
Yep.
okay, and you're running that. Then you're running the Death Click, or
Yes, Lifetime movie.
and very, very, very serious. And then the opening one where you're using the accent. Give me some idea, and some of the audience idea, some of the prep you have to do, so they can get a real feel for it. Because I know not a lot of you are always in locations where you get the right training. And Connor has worked really hard at finding that, and he's been training a lot of years. So give us a little, how do you walk into that?
Yeah. Well, like we were saying about the singing, prep is everything. If you're prepped, then the character just gets to roll out of you. Like
Right,
it's
right.
it's like you are the character. That's ultimately the goal, right? So like with the accent. That was a lot of prep. I watched Harrison Ford in that the movie. What's that called?
With the blonde lady. Yeah, they were up in the Irish or the Amish country.
The Amish country, yeah. So I mean, so you watch movies like I watch everything I could. I also, if you don't have an accent coach, you can go on YouTube. YouTube is like the ultimate coach these days. It's so many resources, and you practice. People got annoyed with me because I was speaking in this random Amish accent. And they were like, "What are you doing?" I'm prepping, and then with everything else too, on a Lifetime movie, you match the tone. On Liv and Maddie, you match the tone. It's all about knowing your project, knowing the audition, and matching what they want. That's obviously what it is. Give the people what they want, and that's what gets us our jobs. So all that is in prep. All that is in learning your lines. That's in your what you want to do with the character. What's there's so many things you can break it down to, but ultimately, the prep is what gets you there. So.
And it's kind of like a magic trick. You have to know where the rabbit's at. You just never let the audience know that. Like on the let's say the Liv and Maddie. The beauty is, you told me they allowed you to run that scene a few times, and they actually have a third eye person watching you? Is
Yes.
that correct?
They
Tell
actually-
us a little about that.
Yeah, they actually
For
had
those
a
who are
s-
directing stuff or independent, listen to this. This is a great idea.
This is a great idea. They actually had a set coach on set there, and I didn't quite know what to make of that at first.
Right.
But the magic was when everybody's looking at everything, directors looking at the picture, producers looking at everything else, everybody's got their jobs. I would get to do a take, and the set coach would walk up and go, "How'd that feel?" And I go, "I didn't feel like I hit the joke that time." And they'd be like, "Well, why don't we try it this way?" And that's how we got it to the final take that you saw. Was I just worked and worked and worked and got to every take, tried something new to keep it fresh and alive. And the set coach just we got to do this little dance into the right pocket. I think it's a great idea for directors, producers out there. Just have somebody with a third eye. It's that's why actors go to coaches. So it's instead of in the inside, you can have somebody watching. You just kind of keeping you, especially somebody you trust, who can call you out and be okay with being wrong. Make a bold choice and let somebody correct you. Don't get down on yourself and let them help you get to that place.
And that's a big one there. You can't beat yourself into greatness, and I know you may have had that or friends have told you things. That's not possible. Never move away from a bad idea. Move towards what you want out of yourself. And the good beauty about a coach actually being there is they have an audience's eye. And in the end result, that's our job. We may be having fun, but in the end result, it's you. Without you, none of this happens.
That's right. That's right. That's what pays the bills, as you say.
So, yeah, we kind of run that run. But so in that, so we're like, the part for the Amish, you really, I could tell you did a lot of prep there. I'm watching that's going on. How are you developing your psychology inside to be that person?
Yeah. A lot of it, there's a lot of different methods to do that. You can go read endless amounts of hours on how to do A and B and C. For that one specifically, I used a lot of, I call it replacement. There's a lot of different words for it. But you try to make the character situation real. In that audition, the Amish guy had gone and joined the military, which is completely against everything the Amish faith believes in. And so kind of putting yourself in whatever makes sense for you, right? Like I've never grew up in an Amish community and gone off to war, so I had to make for myself like what would really make everybody like be ashamed of me, and then how do I feel now re-entering the community and trying to apologize, whatever that is for you. And it just, I could get as you talk about it and discuss it, you just kind of fall into it.
Some of the method thing. How do you utilize your life and correlate it with your story?
Yeah, and again, there's so many methods and so many ways to do it. Whatever works for you, right? It's different for everybody.
And that's true. And you may want to learn a lot of things, but in the end result, you're up there. It's through your eyes you see, through your mind you think. So eventually, those are guidelines, and you eventually got to be who it is that they want. But you don't think about them wanting you. You've got to figure that out, and then be that person. So that's kind of fun.
That's it. Oh, it's the best. It's the best job in the world. It's the best.
Tell us one of the fun moments. Maybe you're out there, and because the one thing I've learned about being in and on stage for decades. There's every now and then those crazy moments, like once being an illusionist, theatrical illusionist, pulling a girl out, you put her in, drop it, she's on fire, you bring her back out, and she put on a sequins gown, which I did not know was so slick. So I whip it out, she slides, falls dangling, the illusion's open, I'm looking around, I'm going,
next
bet you didn't know we intended to do that. That was funny, wasn't it?
Gotta cover
Went to the next illusion. So give us one of those beautiful, funny moments that you're like, there it is.
Yeah. Oh God. Let me see if I can think. One of them, which I didn't make it to the gag reel on Scream, but my focus is on intent and the lines follow. That's how I work with my work.
That's good.
Yeah, so I was in an intense scene with Tom Madden. I'll give a throw out. He played Jake on Scream, and we're in a confrontation. And I'm getting worked up, and I'm telling him, and I'm angry, and all my intention is on him. I'm just like, come on, man. And I mess up, and I just stayed in character, and I was like, swear word, swear word, swear word. Can we take it again, please? And we kept going. And everyone was like, whoa, Connor, calm down. We'll take it again. But you just magic happens and you roll with it, Like you said, you just roll with it, on to the next. I messed my lineup. I didn't cut the take. Let's keep it going. You just keep it going and stay in it. And
that's the beauty. And what he's saying is so real. Don't hang around bringing your judge into this game. It's like if you're singing a song, you miss a note, do me a favor. Just get to the next one and everything will be fine.
And it may have sounded cool. You never know.
You never know. The audience, the things that audiences see, you don't remember because
that's right.
You're in there. And that's the beauty of all of that. So some of the stuff, like we talked about in the early part, is that. And one of the things I want to talk about for those who, by the way, are watching and want to really have some fun, and some of you directors out there, this phenomenal actor is up for grabs. He wants to play around with some Broadway stuff right now.
Thank you, friend.
The boy can sing, he can act, and he has a personality that you will love to be around, which is really makes it easy for all of us. So we're going to come back, and next thing's up, it's your turn. This is a time for you, all of you, and Connor on Twitter, right?
Yes, at ConnorWeil, ConnorWeil.
And it's also in the bottom third, I believe, on this time. So you write that down. We're going to take your questions and find out what you want to learn about, because this is your chance.
Yeah, let's
He
talk.
is a pro. He is good at what he does. Ask this man some questions. We will.
Gorgeous.
I know.
There it goes. Scream?
We'll see you in a second.
Bye.
DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.
Effortless.
Awesome. How to do it, y'all.
Awesome. That was great.
Effortless. You know what makes effortless? A lot of effort.
Exactly.
All right, your turn, Star Trekker. So we've got some questions coming in on Twitter and stuff. And
Thank
this
you
is
for your
Miss
questions.
Desiree, our producer, and she is.
Desiree!
Yeah, talk to us, girl. What do we got?
I love that
All
shirt,
right.
Des.
Thank
I got to
you
go to
very
Girl
much.
Land. You should see her shoes, though.
Next episode.
Okay, we're going to read some of the tweets that you guys sent to Mr. Connor.
Hashtag Ask Connor. Thank you guys.
very much.
Yes.
The first one we're going to start with is from at Tom Hindleston. I hope I said that right. I apologize if I didn't. The question is, what were the most important lesson that that life taught you? Sorry.
That's a great question. The most important lesson that life has taught me so far is actually nothing to do with my career. It's just be happy and blessed with where you are, and there's always room to continue and grow and follow your dreams and get what you want, but just be happy in the moment. I got the opportunity to go to India and Samoa and these beautiful third world countries who the culture is so vibrant, and you go to India, for example, and there's so much poverty, and they're happy though. That was the weird part. You show up and they're smiling while their kids play in the dirt, and you're like,
Whoa.
I have it so good. Like, it was life-changing. You have it so good. I'm just so blessed to be where I am. So that was the most important lesson that I got taught. Thanks for asking. That's great.
That's huge. See, I told you.
Cool.
Amazing inside, not the bad boy you see on screen.
Yeah, you
Thank
need
you.
all of this. Okay, what we got next? What's
All
up?
right. So we have another question from at Alec Lightwoods. And he would like to know, what was your dream job when you were a kid?
Ooh, great question. As well, my dream job was actually to be an actor. Funny enough.
Hey!
Voila.
No, I love
worked.
love being. I never had any other really wants. I just kind of was like, I want to do that. I want to be on TV. I want to do that and pretend forever. I want to be an adult and still be pretending.
You want to play while you're a grown-up.
Play while I'm a
okay?
grown up.
Yeah.
So a great question. That's exactly what I wanted to do.
All right. So we have another question from Andrew Garfield.
Hey, Andrew, what's
Wow.
up?
At Andrew
Hey,
Garfield.
love the name.
Question is, if you could play any role in any movie ever made, which one would it be and why?
That's a great question. I'm gonna go a little fan art here. If it's not a superhero, I'm gonna rule out superheroes. I'd want to play the Gladiator in Gladiator. I'd want to play Russell Crowe's role.
Good piece of work.
I know.
Oh.
I'm obsessed with history, and that time period is so crazy and so beautiful. I want to play a role like that, if not that, where it's strength and honor.
And
Are you
gentle is the
listening?
part where he's crying because he's
Yes,
kissing his wife. I
he's
mean, he's
so-
got heart and vicious.
It's such
Love
a
it.
round character that's also, it's a strength, but it's also a man in such many different ways. What a so to play the Gladiator.
Casting directors and producers, hear his call.
Okay, so we have one from Scream at MTV Scream Fan.
Nice.
Ooh.
And the question is, what's your favorite thing about being an actor?
Great question as well. God, you guys are answering great questions. My favorite thing about being an actor is probably the people I get to work with. You just run into some phenomenal people, and whether they're just on the crew and they're the nice people ever, or you're in the middle of a scene and your fellow actor is giving you everything they got to make the scene great. You connect on a different level. It's a different connection than just talking. Conversation is beautiful, but when you are that camaraderie between people while you're working on something, there's no real way to explain it. So that's my favorite part, is just like getting to that place where you feel that camaraderie and that like the scene is going that way where you're like, oh yeah, that was good. I love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's a beautiful gone moment. I love the
it's all
gone
about
moment.
me, right? Which would be my answer was, it'd be all about me. What can I say?
Okay, Scream actually has another question.
Okay, very good.
If you weren't an actor, what would you be?
Great question as well. If I couldn't be an actor, I haven't thought about this question in a while. I want to do something to help out, whether that's like, I love to travel too. So if I was like traveling places to help in some way, whether it be relief or anything like that, God, that would be amazing. Or to teach, or to something like that would be amazing. Something where you gain life experience. I think that's what I'm after. I think as a human being, I crave life experience. I crave seeing other cultures, other things, learning all the time. So I think some job that's the focus. So good
Wow.
questions. Good questions.
Huge people, huge.
Very much so. All right, so we have Joda at Sense8.
What?
What?
Love the Twitter, by the way.
Miss Jamie Clayton. Love
Jamie.
you, girl.
Hey.
What are your plans for the future?
Excellent. My plans are to continue going strong. We're just gonna see what else comes, work-wise, but also continue to learn everything. So I'm working on The Voice. Hopefully, I can get. I would love to do a Broadway show, another series.
That up.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Another series, and then lots and lots of movies. I mean, the sky's the limit. I just want to keep blowing it up. So yeah.
Storytellers. Good life. Been around for 5,000 years.
We'll continue the tradition. Keep it going.
Same person has one more question.
Excellent. Keep them coming.
What is your favorite movie and your favorite music?
Ooh, favorite movie, you're all going to laugh at me, is Hook with Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman. It's my favorite.
I didn't expect that.
No, nobody does.
Nice.
Everyone expects like the classics. No, it's Hook. It's beyond. It's my childhood love film. Favorite music. I'll get specific and say right now, Walk the Moon is like my favorite band.
Really?
Okay.
Kind of that newer age indie stuff.
Man,
they're blowing up.
Sophisticated.
I
Yeah,
love
they're
it.
blowing up and they're fresh.
Yeah,
They're fresh.
Exactly.
Check them
So,
out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Keep 'em coming.
I think that's the majority that we have right now. However,
Excellent.
that's not all the questions that we have. Never is.
Questions. Keep them coming.
Never is. Okay,
In between questions, Des says she's going to do a handstand on her table. Go ahead.
That's right. Go, Des.
No? Okay, get a question.
All right.
Time step, maybe?
yeah. Okay, so one last question. What actor and singer would be a dream come true for you to perform with?
Wow, actor and singer. I'm gonna say this. He's one of my favorite actors right now. Is Hugh Jackman.
Oh, smooth as silk.
Smooth as silk.
What can't the dude do?
I can't exactly. He is a phenomenal actor. Obviously, he did a Broadway show. He can sing. He doesn't. He has no. He holds nothing back. He goes for it. And then he's a family man too. He has kids. He loves his family. Like as a man, I look up to him so much, and all of his worlds combined. So like Hugh Jackman, I will work with you one day.
Most definitely. And I have to tell you, I'm sorry, I'm talking over him. I'm his wife. I can say whatever. So Hugh Jackman, I'm sorry, I have to.
Please.
You watch him in X-Men. Okay,
Pays the bills.
tough dude.
Kate and Leopold.
Right?
I mean, soft
and then
heart.
and you just go onto YouTube and Google Hugh Jackman Broadway. He does one show where he's a gay composer.
Yes,
and
that's what I was
I can't
thinking
remember the name of the show, but you're gonna see his range. It's like off the hook.
It's off the hook. And then you watch him in Les Mis too.
Yeah.
You know, he's just
He puts on people like people put on clothes. That man can swip.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Caliente.
It happens.
That's good. Listen, guys, I've had such a blast today. Thank you so much for your questions and
Thank you.
listening in, and,
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys so much.
brother.
Such a big happy family here. Get in here. It's wonderful.
Hey, we're looking forward to you over
And-
here.
Yes.
And we
Get on over here.
and we were talking about having a ConnorWeil part 2 because he's got a lot more to say. Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking really quick for that before we get into the outro. What we're trying to figure out here is we'd like you to take some time because we're going to have him talk about etiquette, being on set. What's the behavior? Ooh, we're into Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Social media.
How do you do that to make your career work and not get fired before you arrive in the room?
That's good. Yeah, and keep your heads up, guys. Keep it going strong. We're so excited to see everything.
Cool. And next up Thursday, Hazel Payne, Taste the Honey. We'll see you
Double
in the Las
Grammy
Vegas.
winner, and the week after that is Luke Lowry. Lisa Lampanelli's opening act.
Oh, funny guy.
Love you guys.
Hey, we love you.
Thank
Take
you.
care. DreamWeavers
Thank
StarTrax.
you.
Keep on
Thank you, everyone.
DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax. DreamWeavers StarTrax.